Well, good morning. We're on Woolverton Road. Let's go for a quick walk. I didn't actually park there overnight, but it'd certainly be a nice place to pitch the car, so to speak. Don't think I ever will though, not there. So we had overnight rain. What is it? It's the last week in May, I think. Or it might be the end of the third week in May. Not sure. But yeah, we had some nice rain. Put active track on, it's better. We had some nice rain, not last night, but yesterday night. If that makes any sense at all. Some nice rain and it soaked everything. I don't think it's enough, but I think next week we're due to have a bit more. Put you around there so you're facing the sun. Due to have a bit more rain, hopefully over the coming week. Where's the filter set? Let's up you a little bit. Yeah, that should do. You're still tracking me? Yeah. So we had a bit of rain. Hopefully the seedlings at Bestie's have kind of recovered a little bit. They've really become desiccated, and although I've been watering them when I've been back, it's not really enough and it needs rain. Rain always has a better effect on the garden, the seedlings than tap water. Or it wasn't tap water actually, it's from the cascade I normally water the plants there from. What a beautiful morning. But yeah, maybe a bit late to improve things for the caterpillars on the downland wildflowers. So the adults lay their eggs on the downland wildflowers. The idea being that the caterpillars can then eat the leaves of the flowers when they hatch out. Things like Adonis blues and chalk hill blues, marbled whites. Well, marbled whites are on the grasses, I think, same as the old meadow browns, so they should be all right. But the wildflowers, the broad-leaved plants, tend to desiccate when there's a drought. Obviously, it goes brown, which means the caterpillars don't really have very much to fresh growth to eat if it's all horribly desiccated. What a stunning day. Just walking over that way, hold on. Over there towards Woody Bay Cottages. What's that on the wires? A wood pigeon. Of course it's going to be a wood pigeon. It's always a wood pigeon. It's quite late now, being towards the end of May. So there's a few bits, a few later migrants still coming through. The scarcity's overshooting things. So redback shrike is a possibility. Common rosefinch, bee-eater. Those kinds of things turn up this time of year. A bit later. Common rosefinch I've never found in the Undercliff, but there's... Well, I've heard what I thought was one actually, in Bonchurch once. I was with somebody else and he couldn't hear them, or he couldn't hear it singing. Pretty sure that's what it was. Look up common rosefinch on Google Images or something. Look at the males, they're beautiful. Tend not to get the bright rose-coloured rosefinches here. It tends to be the first summer birds, which are a bit dull, the males, and then females, which are also a bit dull. Females need to be dull because they're the ones sitting on the nest most of the time, so they want to be camouflaged. Is that on the wire there? Oh, one donut. Have a quick look up on Woody Head. Check out the view. So lots of reports writing when I get into the bay today. Writing reports for the Dorset project. Bit soggy, the old leaves, bit of dew. Can get wet legs. Very soggy. I'm not going to go very far along here, so I'll come back on myself and get even wetter in a minute. Hello again. Yeah, there's no migrants to speak of. It's getting quite overgrown going through here. No migrant birds. Oh, what's that? Blue tip. I do like these binoculars because they're easy to hold and control one-handed. Which when I'm recording is what I do. The old tamarisks coming into flower. These are Swarovskis. No, they're not made of pure diamond. Swarovski obviously is the diamond maker, but they also make really good optics, really good binoculars and telescopes. Bit odd, isn't it? A diamond, or a firm most associated with diamond rings and that kind of stuff. And probably watches as well, I don't know. Also make really good binoculars and telescopes. There's Woody Head, or Woody Bay I mean, behind me. I assume you can see that. I'm walking into the sun now, so I can't see what's on the little screen. Let's turn you around. Yes, that is lovely. That's as far up as I'm going to go, I think. Just have a quick look from here. Look out for the dolphins. You never know, they might be out there. Can't see any. There's a rock pipit singing. Might have picked that up on the microphone. Let's go up a little way, get a view into the sun, looking east. See if there's any fog coming in. Feels like a foggy day today, or feels like it might end up being a foggy day after the rain. And with this warmth, yeah, it's hazy over Ventnor, but not foggy. Might get away with it. There's a swallow just gone over. So that's a migrant. Oh, this horseshoe in vetching flower. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't beat it, can you? So you can see just from this view why I get drawn back here, why I don't go to much easier spots when I'm in Dorset, such as Purbeck. That'd be a much easier thing to do, wouldn't it? Just for the weekends, drop down into Purbeck, because I work north of Dorchester. But instead I'm drawn back to the island, which is expensive. Getting across on the ferry, backwards and forwards, is a couple of £100 at the moment for a return ticket. It'll go up in the summer to £250 just for a weekend trip over here. But who wants to go to Purbeck when you can come back to the Isle of Wight Undercliff? Most people probably, but hey, they do they and I'll do me. Just turn the old filter back round. What's the time? Oh, I'm going to hear my zip, I think. Hold on. Yeah, you probably heard that. Bit of bashing on the microphone. 7:45 AM. So we're going to do a loop around this way. Got time. Right, is the microphone scraping? Let me adjust things a little bit. Right, sorry about the scrapey noise. I'm just put the microphone in a different place. Say hello to the cows, see if they're friendly. Certainly not skittish. So my next book I'm writing is still scheduled for completion by the end of May. There's an event in early June and I ideally want it to be ready by then. Might not be. The theme of the event is the same as the theme of my book, so it would be nice if it is finished by then. We'll see. My other book, Breaking Free, which is about my van life and what I'm hoping to achieve by living in a car for the next, or by the end of 2026. That's all done and ready. If you want to get a copy of that, it's on Amazon. There's a link to that in the description below. I keep forgetting, is that my 8th or 9th book? I think I'm writing my 9th book now. What a great life, eh? Probably think I'm a bit potty living in a vehicle, but it does enable me to do this. And to choose where I want to be doing this. Not tied down to a particular house. So I can literally be in Purbeck now if I wanted to be. And I could be in Cowes or Woolverton or Yarmouth or Ryde or Brading, anywhere on the island. Freshwater. The Needles. I have to vary my walks a little bit. I know a lot of people that are subscribed to this channel like the Undercliff and like Ventnor, as do I. But some of you, I'm sure, would like a bit more variety. Comments, please. A lovely buzzard over there. Get a clip of him. I think somebody's following me. Hello. Yeah, just wants to go that way towards its calves. Yeah, don't we know, don't we know. Bit of a selfie with the cows. So where are we now? Coming up to June. So about 7 months in theory until I'd like to spend a few weeks overseas in Southeast Asia. Only a few weeks. My annual leave time if I'm still working on this project, which I probably will be. If not, then it'll be a bit longer. Up to 2 months, I think, if I can afford it. When I'm out there, I'll be solidly writing and solidly creating videos. So you're going to get some Southeast Asia videos, hopefully, this coming winter, before I come back here again to do the whole summer. Back on the island and probably a bit in Cornwall as well. Being the Cornish van dweller. Pretty sure when I started this channel it was Vectis Van Dweller. Vectis being, I guess, the Roman name for the Isle of Wight, is that right? So it was Vectis Van Dweller when it first started, then I moved to Cornwall. No, hang on, that's not right. Must have started out in Cornwall, because that's where I bought the van. Or did I have the channel before then? Don't know. I'll have to look back at my very first videos and see if there's any indication in the video descriptions, if I ever wrote any in those days, of where I was and where, well, I can look at the videos in terms of where I was. Oh, this is really wet, this grass. Getting soaked. Nice black cap up there. It's up in this scrubby bit. Behind me. What a lovely song. Got blue tits in the background. Yeah, so I started the Vanlife thingy in February 2018. So I'll check back on my YouTube channel, you can do this as well, to check when I created the channel. Obviously the first video. It might have been after that, I can't remember. I'll check when I get back. Get into Ventnor. So at some point it was Vectis Van Dweller, then it became Cornish Van Dweller. So maybe soon after I got the van I came to the Isle of Wight and then created the channel, at which point I might have called it Vectis Van Dweller because I was on the Isle of Wight. Then I went back to Cornwall and changed it to Cornish Van Dweller. Maybe that's how it happened. Phew. Out of breath on this slope. Can't remember what point I was trying to make when I started that. Let's put the filter back up. I'm utterly clueless when it comes to filters. Whether that's made any difference is anybody's guess. Came up there a bit fast. There's a dog walker. That's a rarity. Morning. Oh, yeah. This Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI camera system I'm using, doesn't really look like a camera system. So it's not like holding a phone up where it's obvious you're recording. On this thing it's a lot more discreet. I've never had an objection from anybody walking past. If anyone said please don't record, I would just blur them out or edit them out of the subsequent video, but nobody ever has. It's a lovely black cap. So that loud one is a black cap, and there's a robin over here. Stop now. There's a blackbird over there. All three of them are singing at the same time. I would strongly urge you, if you're trying to learn bird songs, get the Merlin app. Merlin. I think it's available on Android and iPhones, certainly available on iPhones. But it's superb. You just basically record a clip, say here, and 9 times out of 10 it will get all of the birds that are singing correctly. It will correctly identify them all. I was really surprised about how good it actually is when I downloaded it and started using it. Then I deleted it again. I should download it again actually, because I'm sure I'm missing things. Don't want to fill the phone up too much though with more stuff. Got too many apps as it is. What was I saying when I was talking about van life and the video? The YouTube channel, I can't remember. I know how far I got, just pondering whether I started it in Cornwall or the Isle of Wight, this YouTube channel. I'm sure I was trying to make a point of some sort though. Or was I just gibbering on randomly? I don't know. I never listen back to these videos, so I will never know. When I'm editing, I tend to just whiz through to cut bits out and add in from the big camera and that kind of stuff. Yeah, do subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. And check out my Patreon community as well if you want to. That's a paid subscription, a monthly donation. Well, you'll get some extra videos. Do need to upload a few more extra videos on there actually. That reminds me, I've got to do that this weekend. And there's a buymeacoffee.com link as well. If you wish to make an individual donation. In the description, go to the description to the video and you'll find links to these various things. What's that? It's a robin. There's the menacing sign. Do wish they wouldn't put these menacing signs up, they're really horrible.